Hi, it's Dorothy Guinan with Scrapbooking Quebec. In this video, I'm going to share with you the projects I created in May 2022. I made 25 pages and 4 cards with the kit I put together at the beginning of the month. And here's what I started with. It's based on 6 collections, and if you want to see how I put it together, I will put a link to the kit building video below. Before starting, there are a few things I'd like to mention. There are process videos for some of the layouts, and they are listed and linked below. Also, throughout the share, sometimes I'll put one page on the table, then the coordinating page. These are double page spreads that started with a single page layout and then I stretched it. Also, at the end of this video, there will be still shots, so you will get a second look at all of these projects. And finally, I did cover up some of the photos. So without further ado, let's get started. In the first 7 pages, I created with the Time to Travel collection by Bella Boulevard. So this is a single page layout, super simple shelf design. I created 2 embellishment clusters, which made it really simple to stretch into a double page spread. I just filled the page with photos, added some of the same papers, and 1 embellishment cluster, which created a visual triangle across the 2 pages. So here's another one I did. This one I did on YouTube for the collaboration Stretch the Sketch. And for this month, we were to draw inspiration from another Stretch the Sketch member. I drew inspiration from a traveler's notebook spread done by Virginia Lopez Duran, and she drew inspiration from a Bella Boulevard sketch. I'm showing you a bunch of travel memorabilia pockets that I created. It's all explained in the video that's linked below. Here's another one I did. For this one, I drew inspiration from a sketch by Allison Davis at Scrapbook Generation. It was one I saw on YouTube from her series called Sketch Support. Excellent video. I will link it up below. I'm showing you I incorporated a pocket with a pull-out insert that has photos and journaling on it. So I did one more page with the Time to Travel collection. This one I drew inspiration from Victoria Marie. I actually followed one of her sketches from her Patreon channel, so I can't share it. It is paid content. My page looks different than hers, but it was from her April sketch package on Patreon. So now I'm going to change collections. This is the Life Right Now collection by PINKFRESH Studio. Love the collection, but I only ended up creating 3 pages with it. So the rest of it will probably be carried over into June's kit. This one here is just a single page spread, lots of straight lines, lots of white space, super easy to put together, and it's definitely the kind of pages I like to create. I did this one for the Scrapbook Nerd design team for their Facebook page, so it's not on YouTube. I'm about to show you a double page spread. This one is on YouTube, and again, I did it for the Scrapbook Nerd. In this video, I spoke a lot about using busy background papers as foundation pages. That is something that I find very challenging, and in this video, I shared some tips and tricks on how to make your photos pop even when using busy background papers. So that's all I created with the Life Right Now collection. Again, I love the collection, but that's all I created this month. Now I'm going to change collections. This one is the Full Bloom collection by Simple Stories. Again, another collection that I love, but I only created this double page spread. And you may notice this page design. You've already seen it in this layout share, and I'm showing you the sketch. This is the sketch that I spoke about earlier from Allison Davis at Scrapbook Generation. So this is the one that you can get free, and for access to this sketch, you have to check out her video, which will be linked up below. I did this one on YouTube for the Punched Out Thursday to Die For collaboration. Once again, I'm showing you I created a pocket with an insert with a bunch of extra photos and journaling. Really good for travel pages where we have tons and tons of photos. Those are just kind of extra photos. So yes, they're hidden, but they are in my album somewhere. I want to show you the other layout that I created using this very same sketch, just to give you an idea how the two pages look different, even though it's the very same page design. I zoomed out my camera as much as I could, but I still don't have enough room in the frame for both double page spreads. Anyway, I hope this gives you an idea. There you have it. So you can see with different paper, different photos, and different embellishing, the pages really do look different, but it is the very same page design. The one on the top there, that top part above that row of photos, I filled it in with ephemera as opposed to punched out pieces like the one at the bottom. And that is one of the ideas that Allison shared in her sketch support video that's linked below. Now I'm moving on to a different collection. This is Flourish by the Hip Kit Club. It's one of their older collections. I think it's from last summer. So in this case, I created a single page layout with two embellishment clusters, creating more or less a diagonal design, which made it easy, once again, to stretch into a double page spread. And you're going to see the double page in a moment. I'm going to put it on the other side there. But basically, I repeated the papers. I added a row of photos, one embellishment cluster, which created a visual triangle across the two pages. It's a technique I use often when I stretch a single page layout into a double page spread. I did do two more pages with this Flourish collection. Here's the first one. So this one, there is a layout process video for the page design, not this layout. As you can see, it kind of looks like a book page, or that's what it's supposed to look like. And in the middle, there are a lot of layers and small photos on top of it. The original page that I created on YouTube, I had an accident with it. It no longer exists. But if you want to see how I did it, that video explains it in detail. Now there's the coordinating page that I created to go with it. So essentially I made another book page. It looks like an open book. But on the left, what I did was I created a collage of Chester photos, and in the middle, I created a focal point photo, popped it up on foam adhesive, and added a lot of the same embellishments, which basically made the two pages kind of go together. And that's a great way to incorporate a lot of photos on a page, especially pet type photos. I'm not sure about you, but every time Chester is cute or naughty, I'm snapping photos, but I don't have enough room to do one page per photo in my albums. Now I'm going to change collections. This one is going to be a stash kit, and it's based on the STC sampler from March 2022. So what I did for this kit was I took the sampler, which has a lot of 6x6 papers, and then stretched it with some material from my stash to make it into more of a scrapbook 12x12 kit. So the page that you see on the right there was once again an Allison Davis inspiration. If I can find the link, I will link it up below, but my inspiration from her for that one was that triangle border. It was a great way to use up small pieces of paper from the sampler. The paper that is on this, the main part of the paper, is from a collection called Violet Studio Florals by Crafter's Companion. I'm showing you there that I created an insert behind the focal point photo. This is a page documenting my friend who sends me hand knit socks, and one of the pairs arrived in the mail with a card, and that was tucked behind the focal point photo. Here's another one I did with the sampler in my stash kit, and this one here was based on the Echo Park Birthday Girl collection. That was part of the sampler, and I incorporated material in my kit from my stash. So that made it a 12x12 layout. I find grids great layouts for these samplers just because they have a lot of small papers. It's a great way to use 6x6 papers. With the sampler portion of this stash kit, I did have some printed paper left over, so I created 4 cards. That's what I'm showing you now. I did break into my stamps to stamp some sentiments on the inside. And also, these samplers come with tools. Now, there is a die that comes with each kit each month. This month, it was Celebrate. And also it came with a stamp set. That's what I'm showing you right now. And that card in the top right, that's what I used to create that card. And I had to break into my alcohol markers to color it in. It's not a technique I particularly enjoy doing, but I forced myself to do it, and it was a great opportunity to dig out my alcohol ink markers. So you can also see the die set that came with the kit as well. I love those as part of the sampler. Now I did create some more pages with this stash kit, but the second half of the stash kit, which is basically material from the Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Coastal collection or something like that. I will write it on the screen. Anyway, I'm showing you the page there, which I did do on YouTube. I created another one identical to it with other material. Here's the page 2, the coordinating page that I created to go with it. Once again, a row of photos, the same paper, one embellishment cluster creating a visual triangle. 2 more that I created with this Simple Stories Simple Vintage Coastal collection. So this one here, basically I created this one and I thought it would be a great idea to create a similar one on YouTube. I thought it was a great way to use up busy background paper. So I'm showing you the layout that I already showed you, but I'm just giving you an idea into my mindset. Basically, I was creating for fun, came up with an idea that I thought was worthy of sharing on YouTube, and then I decided to share it with you guys. So that's how that came about. Now, this is the last collection. It wasn't even part of my kit. It's the Hello Valentine collection by Echo Park. This one here I did on YouTube for the Scrapbook Nerd. I'm showing you that I created the very same page design with the Time to Travel collection. That's one I showed you a little bit earlier. So once again, it's the same page design but different material. There's the coordinating page. Once again, one more embellishment cluster creating a visual triangle with the 2 that were already on the original page. So those are the layouts I created. In my kit this month, I put these 2 items in as a challenge to myself. Those are foam strips from the scrapbook.com, and I also had alphas and numeral dies from Sizzix. So basically what I'm showing you here is how I created my own foam alphas with those foam sheets from the scrapbook.com and those alpha and number dies, and they worked perfectly. Actually, I did it quite a bit throughout my layout process videos this month, so there are definite examples of that in the videos. Anyway, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this layout share. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I would be absolutely thrilled if you did. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very, very much. I will be posting my June kit share video soon, in a day or 2. And in that video, I'm going to be talking about a very special giveaway. It's my 5,000 subscriber giveaway. I am so thankful to each and every one of you, and I don't think I say it enough. But every time I get a thumbs up or a comment, or every time someone orders something from an affiliate link, or every time I get a new subscriber, it makes my day. I can't tell you how much it makes my day. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I will be doing a giveaway in June, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much again, and I will see you soon on YouTube. Bye-bye.